Hi, today's question comes from Adam. It's a really critical topic. His girlfriend has just been diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. That's an autoimmune condition that leads to hypothyroidism. Now, hypothyroidism is a huge epidemic in this country. Up to 25 million people are estimated to have some type of thyroid condition, and 90% of them are reported to have this Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Now, Hashimoto's is an autoimmune condition. Basically, it's when the immune system of the body attacks its own tissue. So in his friend's case, her immune system is attacking her own thyroid gland. Now, he wants to know, is there something she can do naturally to prevent the use of medication? Of course there is. There's a lot of things that she could start doing right now to help supporting her thyroid gland and help her body deal with this condition. So, number one thing to do, when you have an autoimmune condition, in her case Hashimoto's, but any autoimmune condition, the first thing you have to do is make sure the intestinal tract is healthy. 70% of your immune system comes from the intestinal tract. And if the digestion is not proper or optimal and there's inflammation along the digestive lining, that can trigger nutrient malabsorption, so you're not absorbing the nutrients, and it can also trigger this autoimmune dysfunction through a process called leaky gut. So you have to make sure the digestive tract is balanced and healthy. I use my 3 R's to make sure the digestive tract is really firing on all cylinders. The number one R, remove. I use remove for toxins, whether it's certain food toxins or also environmental toxins, but also any bad bugs, parasites, worms. So to remove the bad bugs, the parasites and the worms, use black walnut and wormwood. Those are 2 amazing herbs, very effective at removing any bad bugs, parasites, worms. As far as removing certain foods that might be bad for the intestinal tract, inflammatory, my list includes non-fermented soy. So any soy product that is not fermented, such as miso or tempeh, I would get rid of. So tofu, any processed veggie burgers, veggie hot dogs, all these veggie things that are soy-based, they're genetically modified, they're very inflammatory for your intestinal tract, and they're also goitrogens, which means they're having an inhibitory effect on how the thyroid works. So don't have any soy, don't have any processed grains, such as wheat, rye, spelt, and barley. They all have gluten, which is a sticky protein. It can be very inflammatory for the digestive tract. However, I do allow sprouted grains in small quantities. So if you're using a sprouted grain, it's not been processed, not genetically modified, those types of grains, even wheat, cannot be as inflammatory to the intestinal tract. You just have to test it out and see how your body responds. I don't like dairy, so I definitely get rid of dairy as well. And so you take dairy out, you take the soy out, you take the processed grains and the carbohydrates out that are high in sugar, and that really helps reduce the inflammation. And as you remove that inflammation and help support digestion, you're going to get better at helping your thyroid gland and your immune system. Now, that's the first R, remove. The second R is replace. Make sure you're bringing back good bacteria. Now, you're getting rid of the bad bacteria with the black walnut and the wormwood, but proper digestion needs a good balance between good and bad bacteria. I recommend a really healthy probiotic. Make sure it also has a prebiotic in there to help nourish the bacteria. And if you want some foods that have probiotics in there, you could use kefir, which is a fermented dairy product, or you could use something like kimchi or sauerkraut. Those are some foods that have natural probiotics in there. And the fourth one actually is apple cider vinegar, which I recommend as well. Now, that is replace. When it comes to repair, you want to heal the lining of the digestive tract. 2 things that I recommend the most are aloe vera and L-glutamine. L-glutamine is an amino acid, very critical at helping the healing of the intestinal tract. So if you've had digestive issues, inflammation, bloating, gas, any type of digestive problem, which then could lead to an immune problem, which then could lead to a thyroid problem, you have to repair that intestinal lining. L-glutamine works wonders. All right? So that's the digestive system. Repair, remove, replace. Change your diet up. Make sure you're getting some healthy foods, and that will be wonderful at supporting your digestive system, your immune system, and then your thyroid gland. Now, the second thing is your immune system in general. Make sure you're doing some things that really target the benefits of the immune system. I like medicinal mushrooms, specifically cordyceps and reishi, have been really found to be amazing for thyroid function. And I like extracts of olive leaf and oregano leaf. Those two herbs specifically have been shown to bolster the immune system and really be wonderful for thyroid function. So, take care of the digestive system, take care of the immune system, and then the third thing is support your endocrine system. The thyroid gland is an endocrine gland, and the endocrine system works together. So if the thyroid is off, most commonly the adrenal glands are not working as well either. So, do some herbal adaptogens to help support the adrenal glands. Adaptogens are herbs that don't push you one way or the other. Your body takes them and uses them for what it needs the most. So, adaptogens that I love that have been very successful for thyroid health and adrenal health are ashwagandha, rhodiola, ginseng, and holy basil. Now, for me, I recommend to my patients and clients do ashwagandha, rhodiola, and ginseng in the early morning time, maybe early afternoon, because they could be a little bit more energetic. The holy basil, because it lowers cortisol levels, save for the evening time when you want your cortisol levels to drop to help facilitate a good night's sleep. All right, so do those adaptogenic herbs to help support adrenal function, which will then in turn help support the thyroid function. Now, the fourth thing, after digestion, after immune support, after adrenal support, is make sure you're using specific nutrients for the thyroid gland itself. 3 minerals that your thyroid gland needs on a daily basis are zinc, iodine, and selenium. Now, these could come in foods such as Brazil nuts, fish, eggs, meats. But if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you might be deficient in these. So get a good supplement that has zinc, probably around 15 milligrams a day. You need about 200 micrograms of selenium and approximately 150 micrograms of iodine. So make sure you're getting those 3 minerals every single day, and that will also help support thyroid function. So make sure your digestive system's strong, make sure your immune system's strong, make sure you're getting the proper minerals, and also take some adaptogens to balance out your whole endocrine system. And those 4 things will be wonderful when it comes to the thyroid. Now, the last thing I'll just throw in is just to make clear, sometimes it's hard when we're saying remove all these foods because then you're left with what else to eat. There's plenty of healthy foods out there. You could have quinoa, you could have sweet potatoes, you could have sprouted grains, you could have tons of fruits and vegetables, lean organic meats, wild caught fish, nuts, seeds. So there's plenty of foods to be out there that you can eat that are super healthy for you, healthy for your digestion, healthy for your immune system, healthy for your thyroid gland, that will enable you to function and be at your best. So just removing some processed carbohydrates and grains and dairy and soy, you're still going to have plenty of options out there to feel amazing and eat on a daily basis. All right? So hopefully this helps. Please feel free to keep me posted and have an amazing day.